At least 13 Palestinians have been injured in the latest raid in the occupied West Bank. Israeli forces targeted the Aqbat Jabr refugee camp. The nearby city of Jericho has been closed off since last week after a shooting in an illegal Israeli settlement. At least 18 Palestinians have been arrested since the operation began.
They went in and didn't have a specific house in mind. They targeted the whole camp. They started from the entrance of the camp and they continued their ill-doing inside. And then they left. And it's in this mess houses were targeted, as if the residents were criminals while they were asleep in their houses, civilians who have nothing to do with the incident.
Aqbat Jabr is one of 19 Palestinian refugee camps in the occupied West Bank. More than 8,000 people live in an area of under 2 square kilometres. For more on this, let's cross live to Bernard Smith. He's in Ramallah for us. Bernard, tell us why Israeli forces have targeted this particular camp.
Laura, they've had Jericho and the edge of Jericho, this camp's just on the edge of that city, under lockdown for the past week because they've been looking for suspects in connection with this drive-by shooting that was near an Israeli settlement just over a week ago. So they've been looking for the suspects, and it seems that this morning the Israeli military said they identified a property in this camp where they believe the suspects were, and so they went in to get them. They hit the building with an anti-tank missile. The people inside surrendered, and in total there were about 10 people, we think, arrested. And actually all but 2 of those people have now been released. It's not clear yet if the Israeli military have got the particular individuals they're looking for, because Jericho still remains locked down, so it's very hard to come and go out of that city. You're subject to very thorough searches, so everybody's there is still sort of kept locked in until the Israeli military have found who they're looking for. But this is just the latest in what's been a very violent month, beginning of the year in the occupied West Bank. 36 Palestinians killed so far in Israeli operations, 6 Jewish citizens, Israeli Jews, and 1 Ukrainian killed in an attack near a synagogue in East Jerusalem. All of this ramping up the tension and the pressure here in the occupied West Bank, particularly now that we have this far-right Israeli government in charge, where there are ministers in that government who have settlers as their constituents, who are determined to expand the settlement project in the occupied West Bank and make life much harder for the Palestinians than it already is.
Indeed. Bernard, thanks very much for joining us there from Ramallah.